Marcelo, tell me a little bit about what you are currently doing here at the Colorado School of Mines.
Well, I work for Colorado School of Mines since April 2000, so it has been already 4.5 years here in Colorado and the United States. And I work in the engineering division. I work in the electrical engineering group. My research is related to how energy is converted from one form to the other, and I'm particularly concerned in applications of renewable energy systems where you have energy source available in forms of wind, PV, or you may use other systems like fuel cells. We need electronics to convert that energy into a useful form. We need controls, so I work in this interdisciplinary area of power electronics as applied to renewable energy and conversion.
What courses do you teach?
I teach some undergraduate courses and a few graduate courses. The undergraduate classes are electronics. I teach a senior elective course, power electronics. I'll be teaching electrical circuits starting this semester. Those are undergraduate class. I also teach field session. And in my graduate program, I teach power electronics, drives, renewable energy systems, and intelligent controls. Those are the courses I teach.
Okay. You forgot one.
I teach my private classes.
There you go.
Sorry.
That's all right. Let's go back for a minute and let's take me back to Brazil, your country of origin, to your teenage years, and help me understand a little bit about how you became an engineer.
Well, my case, I don't know if it's a typical case. I was always curious about electricity. I remember when I was a kid, I used to look into the radios and vacuum tubes and try to see those lights. I remember dealing with wires when I was 12 years old, fixing small things around the house. So I was always curious about what is electricity. So I remember I had a family influence, a cousin. He was an electrical engineer, and he was working that time with electrical machines, designing electrical machines. I didn't understand exactly what he was doing, but I remember he was working in a company. I visited his company, and I got very excited with this electrical engineering field. Maybe when I was 14 or 15, I decided to study electronics. So in my high school, in Brazil, that time we used to have technical high schools. We don't have the same format as before. In this technical high school, we could have a technician degree. So I went to a technical high school to have a technician degree in electronics. So in my high school, in addition to history and math and biology, I had electronics, I had TV, I had radio, I had all that kind of stuff that was related to electronics. When I was 16 years old, a lot of things were happening in Brazil, a lot of industry. Brazil was really very tight, I would say, in the control of the market. So a lot of things that time had to be manufactured in Brazil, so there were a lot of job opportunities. And I was excited that if I went to a college, I would have a better opportunity as an engineer.
What years were these?
I finished my technical high school in 1979. Mm-hmm. And 1980 was my last year at the high school. Yes, 1980. And my first year in the college was 1981. So that was the time, 1980s. And when I decided to go for a college degree, in Brazil, all the high, all the universities that are considered to be good universities in Brazil, they are public universities. So you also have some private colleges and private universities, but the good schools are public. And the school that I decided to go was University of São Paulo. And I had to prepare for that because there is a very hard entrance examination. So I took a whole year of a preparation course to pass in that exam. So that was, I was in my last year in the high school. In Brazil, the high school is 3 years, okay? It's not like here, that's 4. So you have 3 years in high school. And then when I was in my 3rd year in high school, I had this preparation for an exam. It's a very important exam in Brazil because if you pass in that exam, you get admission into a public university. And the public universities we have also very kinds, state, federal universities. In my case was University of São Paulo, so I had to study a whole year just to prepare for the examination for that university in 1980.